Ah, you are so young. Oh, you're 95 years old? Beautiful. You are so young. I really mean that. I had a conversation with a friend that sparked this for me. Youth is not something that's correlated with age, really, in any meaningful way. Youth is an energy you carry within you. It doesn't matter your age. Anyone can be young at heart. We've all heard that phrase. And it's something that I've heard a lot. Oh, you're so young. I recently went to some metaphysical churches in my area to try them out. And just like with regular Christian churches, it's a lot of old people. And it kind of thwarted my expectations a little bit. I expected it to be a little younger. But there is, I didn't see anyone else my age. There's maybe some 30s people, but a lot of gray and white hair other than that. And I was recently talking with a friend just about all sorts of spiritual stuff, and he's 47. And we got to talking about the youth. And, because I'm young, I'm in my 20s, and you don't see a lot of spiritually awakened people really at that age. So you don't see a lot of young people in any religion. It's not, when we're young, it's so easy to get distracted by going to the bars and clubs or living life, whatever that means, with your social circle and all the friends you've known for a few years since high school, your high school or college friends. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Everyone's on their own path. There's nothing wrong with the way anyone lives their life, at least by me. God created a perfect creation, and I'm not going to argue with any of it. No judgment of how anyone lives their life. Who does it help, really? But yeah. I think it's important to remember that time is an illusion. There's a lot of things that's important to remember that we so quickly forget. But to stay on this thread, so I don't get distracted, time is an illusion. Spiritually waking up at 90 is just as beautiful as spiritually waking up at 20. Or being born with the knowledge of, the self, that you are God. There's nothing better or worse about either of these, whatever age truth hits you and lands in your heart at. It's not the age that's important, it's the realization that's important. If we don't figure it out, we'll just come back and live another life. There's really no rush on this. I felt a lot of pressure in that for a long time. Ever since first kind of waking up, I beat myself up for not having it figured out and for working random jobs instead of following my dharma or being enlightened, having any moment of sadness or regret, or even the fact that I'm stressing about being confused in life creates its own little story. It's shouldn't I have figured this out already? Shouldn't I be enlightened already? I've been meditating for 6 years. Why isn't it working? Where are the results? We gotta slow down. Time is an illusion, remember? There is only now. Just because you only woke up at 74 doesn't mean the first 74 years of your life are wasted. All of life is sacred. All of those experiences were meant to happen for you. Like, it ain't over till it's over. If you're 95 and you're gonna die in 3 days, you still have so much life to live. We gotta get out of the stories of how we think life has to look. Stop telling yourself you're behind. This is a message to me and you. Stop telling yourself you're behind. Stop worrying about how you're in debt, or how you have to go to school in order to get the job you want, or how the friends you have in your life, you want a better social circle, you want better occupation, better physical health, better mental health, whatever. Stop beating yourself up for being in the exact position that God, in her infinite intelligence, has precisely constructed for you. Like, when I put it that way, it seems so silly to complain about where you're at. But I know we'll go back. We'll go back and start thinking those thoughts again, because they are deeply ingrained. I wish I could remember truth all the time, but forgetfulness is part of the nature of a human being, I suppose. Just remember, do what you can to put yourself into the activities and just the space within of feeling youthful, feeling excited for life. It can be a difficult process. Like, I've been thinking about, for the past 2 years, I wake up and just feel kind of dread. I just feel blah. Like, maybe once in a blue moon I'll wake up ready to go, excited, feeling like I actually have a cool life to live. But that's not the norm. As I move into things that make me feel like a child, though, doing more music, just putting on some music and dancing, or doing some painting, just going outside for a walk, anything like that. The more I do that, the more I see kind of the gradual shift in my general average state of being. Like, my average happiness score has kind of been on a very slow incline. But only because, I'm taking these actions to try and make a life that I actually enjoy and want to wake up to. But this process never ends. That's also another thing that's important to remember. We're never going to get to the destination. Like, cool, I'm 24 and I woke up. Imagine where I'll be at 90. But that's great, having that vision. But that's still kind of like dependent on outcomes. You see that? What if I die and then incarnate again into another human life? I'll have the whole new journey to start over, and if it's all about accomplishments, then what the hell was it all for? The journey is the destination. That's pretty much it. Yeah, okay, I think I'm starting to get a bit rambly, so I digress. Hold it there. Stop beating yourself up for being in exactly the position God placed you in. Yeah. Amen. Peace.